This is interesting room we find ourselves in, companion.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So,
This one's labeled awkward meeting.
awkward meeting.
Aren't they all?
Technically. Where's...
So, I don't know, describe the room to us. Pretty crazy.
Just far as
Yes.
I am.
Not just yet, though.
Ooh.
As your team wandered back into society, back into... Oh man, I am having a major brain fart right now. Haven. As your team wandered back into Haven, after the excursion close to the north section of the... Well, the south section of the Great Forest, you had developed a interest into seeking Section 9's help or gainful employment under them due to Mara insisting this. As a few of you had acquired a few potential gains as well as a lot of money, you decided to venture forth and seek this group out. Entering the town, and after a whole diplomatic incident and intrigue that doesn't get to play out because Dropkick isn't here, you all made it back into Section 9's corridors, where you currently reside. Mara is currently explaining to Ramon, your now employer, what's the situation. Ultimately, I like these people under your employ. Basically, they would work under you with the rest of your group. Beyond that, I suggest you keep this under the radar. Allow them to work underneath you, but make no mention of it beyond the scope needed. Very well. Don't really see an issue about it. Tell me now, do any of you mind a ghost hunting expedition? Currently, I believe they call themselves Team A, are currently doing this at the Haven Institute of Greater Learning.
The undead are no problem for one such as me.
Well, let me think. I believe my lady is she has difficulty seeing the ethereal because she cannot see. I think my lady should stay here for the meantime, so so she is nice and safe. I hope you can protect her from herself.
Yes, bringing a blind woman along with anything is an odd choice, I think. It is best she stays here.
Very well, we can protect her for a while. I'm not sure how long you will need her protected, but so long as you make it back by tonight, by tomorrow, it shouldn't be an issue.
Of course.
I like how you changed your icon to that.
That's the question we're getting. That's fine.
A cutscene back later into this expedition. As the team heads towards the school, you were granted access. However, the rest of the team has already been there. A few people have gone missing, and an intern has been persuaded into your folds. Currently, Mixie had just lost 2 members of her party as they stepped into a teleportation ring and vanished. And then Nesmond pretty much just cleaned it up.
Have we had a rest since our last encounter?
It has been roughly 3 days since your last encounter, so unless you decided not to sleep and wander about the city, you would be fine.
Love it.
Yeah, you would have noticed too that I have not slept a single day.
This confuses
me. I did take a rest to more relax.
No, I was about to say, I mean, you can say that or not, but they'd be sleeping, so they wouldn't know.
Yeah,
True.
And
okay,
I perceive that if he's looking like ragged.
I look fine. No, it's
Oh,
like every
do
morning,
you?
all of you.
Do
Yeah, all of
you?
you guys wake up every morning and you see
Perception
me,
check.
and you go to bed, and you see me.
Perception check.
So I need
Alright.
to make perception checks, or
Alright, left.
Oh.
Oh.
After a while, Mixie, you do hear three people. Your passive perception would be enough to hear them. They are not subtle. You hear three individuals entering into the doorway.
Payrot, Jesus, stop clanking. It's really getting awkward.
After
covered in iron.
After a while, using Sigvold's, let's call it innate traits, managed to track the group down. However, this is a strange area, as you had to enter into the school music room that has been abandoned for some time, and then got into a strange underground passage, which led you to a very mysterious tomb.
Okay, so is this like a regular school with the crazy tomb, or is this like a wizard school with a tomb that's like, oh yeah, wizard school?
This is a tomb inside of a wizard school that has pertaining mages and the like. However, this isn't supposed to be here. No records of it shown or indicated, so why it's here, no one really knows. At least your group doesn't know.
Oh. But this is where we think there is a ghost, maybe?
Yeah, it feels like it. It feels like dark and gloomiest powers do come from this place.
Feels spooky.
I'm pulling out my dagger just in case if I can't see them.
So is everything in the room still on, or is everything in the room already off? I forgot.
The lights in the area does seem to still glow, but they are dull, dimmer than beforehand.
If Byroth can't see, he has light as a cantrip. Probably cast that because he's not a stealthy fellow.
It's currently low light vision.
Dark.
Well, if he can make it out, he'll try to be stealthy.
I mean, it's low light, but the area around it is all in low light, so it's visible, just in a grayscale.
Okay. I'm gonna at least try and be stealthy. What is with me and 13s today?
What do? Oh, should I make a perception check if I want to know what's like what I can see in there?
Sure. I believe you have dark vision.
I do. Yeah.
Inside the surrounding area, you do see two strange circles. You're not sure what's inside of them, but they do seem menacing, but less so for some reason. Inside stands a pedestal in the shape of a blade. It does have a vortexing spiral of magic, but at the same time, it is near death. It seems to be a spell intertwined within, but it is slowly dying out. Beyond this, you do see a book at the very far end, and two now dead circles. And beyond that, to the farthest north, is a throne.
Oh. Well, this room's big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. So, let's take a look around and see what happened with the previous group sent here.
Is there a door or something that leads into this room?
The other group, or at least the rest of the party, doesn't know, but Mixie, you do know that there is a door behind, in secret, behind the throne.
I'm gonna walk over and try and open it then.
Dogma, could I make an Arcana check on the magic surrounding the sword? To see what kind of magic it may be?
Sure. Mixie, do you at least have a strength of 10?
Yep.
You're easily able to open the door from this side. Examining the arcanic flow of nature itself around here, Mixie, you do hear someone chanting about the magic's going around, and Sigvold, you do and can tell that this is a decaying illusionary script. However, it's far stronger than what you know of. It potentially has the ability to solidify, giving it an actual form and shape, but at the same time, it is dying out,
That's interesting.
as if the purpose itself has concluded.
How about the book? Can I make an arcana on the book?
Sure. Baroth, are you doing something?
Alright.
I don't know if they heard me.
Oh shit, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I was just gonna stand there until they were finished being stealthy, and once they're done being stealthy,
Oh, okay.
join the crew.
Examining the book, you do read a strange script. I believe this one was. I believe it was Inferno. Do you speak it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Tiefling.
Tieflings.
Inside the script, you do find something menacing. It is a incantation to drive one into the contract. Into the contract of another form of being greater than yourself, one far greater than oneself. You believe this is describing something known as an old one. However, at that point, Baroth and Sig, Rota would probably be too busy. You hear a door opening behind you to the north.
You've got decent passive perception. I turn around and look at the comrade. A door.
By the way, I'm slowly opening up that door to check if I can see people.
You do see them before they see you. You can make a stealth check to not be seen, but the door creaks, and the room is silent.
Passive perception 14. Ooh, that's a good start.
Alright, nice. You do hear something. You see a strange. Well, it might be strange to you. A halfling to your side who you've met before, known as Nesmin, and some strange guy that seems like an intern next to him. The third being, known as Mixie, is not to be seen. They're currently hiding behind the door. Very impressively.
Do they have any, like, Section 9 regalia on them?
As you
As
you headed your way out, you do know and were given badges indicating you from Section 9. Depending on how they wore theirs, it's currently a badge with the ability known as sending, so you can communicate with each other within the badge to a distance. He does have one on him. I'm not sure how he's presenting it, though.
I'm not in view.
Yeah, but you do know him.
Hang on. I can see them, they can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay, in true nature to my fashion right now. Nesmond's just gonna stand there for a moment confused, scratch his head. Can I help you? Oh, I recognize you all. How are you doing? It's been a while.
It's been 3 days.
It's been a while.
Hey, rot hairs in his head. Oh no, not him again.
Wait a moment. If we came in the front and you came in the back.
We came in the front.
Oh, you guys also. But how are you in the back now?
Well, I came in the front. He was already here. We're in the back now because some idiot just walked into a portal and somehow dragged one of the other people we were with through the portal. I'm not sure why.
So no one has found the ghost.
The ghost? There's loads of ghosts. Which ghost?
The whole point of why we are here, to kill ghosts.
Yeah, the evil ones.
Oh no, it wasn't a ghost. It was unfortunately this person here trying to learn how to do magic, more powerful magic, and going about it the wrong way in over his head. But that seems to be sorted now. As for the big ghost, I don't remember anything about a big ghost. It was a giant skull.
Skull can be good.
Skull can be good indeed. Or are you saying that he points towards his intern apparently? Or was he summoning them or passing them off?
I just explained all of that.
From what Nesmond explained, apparently this newfound intern that now has a name tag known as intern, basically has and was contracting spirits from beyond, engraving their symbols into the area, keeping them here for as long as required until he was able to finish off a spell he was making. However, the team managed to persuade him not to do so, and Nesmond even took him in under his wing, and then gave him a name tag because he forgot his name, which is fine. He can just be the intern.
So
Binding
the-
in to the spell, however, one of your team decided to. I mean, you can say this or not, Nesmond, but just giving you a reminder. One of your team bound into the book, allowed themselves to be taken within, and the other one followed for unknown reasons because they themselves did not know, and made a contract with the spirit, binding them to a job as well as allowing them to have access to a blade known as the Shard of Sin, the Sin of Pride. And then immediately they bolted into a portal, dragging the other one along with them. And an old fisherman.
No, I left everything out about the shard.
Mm-hmm.
So, about your friend disappearing, could I see that portal?
Go for it, but it shut itself off.
Knowing them and them never saying anything about picking anything up there, I will have a look at where the portal used to be.
I will stand and block the left side of the doorway.
Byroth will ask, so wait, if all of problem comes from summoning ritual, we just deface runes, right? And then everything is okay.
You see that there's some all indications of the ruins still there. However, it seems as if the ground itself was amended.
So, I don't know, are they like carved into stone or anything, or just chalk? Can I just like
You
kick
do
some
see,
sand over it?
go ahead and roll Arcana.
Ooh, that's gonna be bad. Arcana. I'll do this.
I mean, even with a 4, you can tell that this is no longer working. The symbols on the ground aren't lighting up. And there's not even engravings on the ground. It seems to just be chalk now.
Alright. Well, I'll still scuff it.
Alright, you easily do so.
I am helping.
The intern just looks towards Nesmond and goes, he does know those are turned off, right?
What was that? Your mic cut out for me.
Ah.
Just fine now.
He then states, he does know those aren't working, right?
I know it's not working, I make it not work. And I go over and do the same to the other one.
Alright, you easily do so. After a while, you feel like you've done your job. A spellcaster or not, you clearly can destroy magic. You assume.
I'm very good.
Sigfold, you can tell that the spell circled next to you is inert, not working, and there seems to be an intertwined spell within, but that itself seems to be removed from the surface of the ground.
So there used to be another spell. Interesting. I know we literally left here with me disappearing, and they that never said anything about picking anything up that I dropped. So can I pick things up that I dropped?
Nesmond would have the blade, but beyond that, you find a deck of cards and some other random things that aren't bound to your other character.
Yep.
I picked everything up. There shouldn't be anything there.
Oh.
When did you pick it up? You never said.
I did. At the end of last session, I said I pick everything up.
Let me.
Last session? We weren't here last session.
Yeah, last session we were here.
Let me go back and check. Yeah, he did.
You actually did.
What's on
Of
this
course.
table in front of Realty?
Inside is the book. The dagger was picked up by someone else, and that's it.
So the book. Never mind. I was gonna say, can I take the book, or would they notice me taking it?
I mean, they'd notice you
Weird.
taking it, but you can take it if you want.
Okay.
You're also the only person that I know of that can read it.
Yeah, I'm still reading it. I'm just gonna be reading it.
Oh, you're still reading it.
Yeah.
Oh, all
So I'm
right.
distracted by it.
Go
the whole
ahead and
time.
roll wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh no, I'm scared now. Wisdom, huh? Ta-da!
Inside your
That's not
mind, you
bad.
feel something reaching, enveloping it into a grasp. You feel pressure, but the pressure quickly subsides. Do you continue to read
Okay.
it?
No, I close it. I put it in my bag or something. And I don't say anything about it.
All right.
Perception check.
Just a quick note, did there look to be anything of value in this room?
Not anymore. Nesmond, you and the intern kind of picked everything up, other than the book.
Damn. I need to sell my shit.
Realty is not interested in books, apparently. Okay, so no ghost. Not there is nothing to fight here, or no ghost. I guess we just leave now, right?
You can. It's up to you. According to the rest of your team, it seems as if they've taken care of things.
I mean, I guess I'll investigate. Knowing my character, I don't expect to find anything, but I am police now. I must do diligence. I will investigate. I find nothing. Let's go.
You just shout out, "Should we go now?" Safewell, you don't really see anything on the ground. In front of you stands a door, but that's about it.
Okay. Sure. Sure, we can leave.
However, Nesmond, Mixie, you guys remember that this entire job was to unbind a spirit. The spirit helped you find this room in order to unbind them.
Did I ever get closer to finding out who the spirit was?
I believe you rolled not a well history check, so no. But you can delve into the area you're currently missing.
Sure.
That would involve you sneaking behind the rest of the group, or waiting until the group leaves.
I'll wait till the group leaves, sort of thing.
I guess technically we
Dog
still haven't seen
question.
Mixie, have we?
Not yet.
Did we ever destroy that rune that was bounding the spirit that guided us here?
No.
Okay, so that's still somewhere in here.
That was literally what they were talking about.
Was it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, I've just started eating my breakfast. Okay, I'm kind of distracted.
Liar, that's second breakfast and you know it.
First breakfast and it's ice cream.
Oh my god.
Not like you only
It's
slept
6
like 4
a.m.
hours.
for us, okay?
Why did you start a game at this time? You're mad.
Because we're
Got-
fucking morons.
Because they used to play
I
at
upvote
5.
that.
So you could realistically replicate the idea of an overworked cop. You're all just like, ah.
I don't need to recreate it. I've been through that.
Aw.
I was the art student. God damn it! I lived off coffee for my life.
Rip.
And you will right now.
Yep.
So Lyroth, I guess, is leaving. He thinks, job's done. Right?
Yeah, you can easily just leave.
I mean, I investigated already. My character would have no reason to stay here.
Mm-hmm. All that surrounds this area that anyone knows of is a door that has yet to be opened. The sigils, markings of magic have, and are slowly dying out. Beyond that, there really is no interest.
Actually, I will check this door to see if it has any traps or magical things on it.
Roll investigation. There
What is
doesn't,
it with me in 13s?
there doesn't appear to be any traps. You find no hidden key underneath a placemat, doormat. You look above the hinges, and nope, no hidden key there. Find nothing.
Okay, can I try and pick the lock? Is it locked?
I mean, do you try the doorknob?
I will try the doorknob.
It turns.
I will. I will push.
So am I still stealthing?
You are
Like,
still
in the
stealthing.
shadows. So no one noticed me there.
Nope.
Yeah.
We only
I'm
saw
also
that.
sort of blocking the doorway from anyone walking towards you, so.
As you open the door without too much issue or actual problem, it emerges in front of you.
I will walk through the door and stealthily close the door.
Everyone hears a loud creak as Sigvald slowly closes the door.
Wait a moment. Where is the rest of our squad? Where is Sigvald?
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to come out, so I'm just gonna wait at this room until I see him again, because we did come in with him, right?
You did.
So.
Byrod, you do hear a voice in your head. I am fine for now. Relax.
Perhaps I should investigate, I say out loud.
Inside the
Oh
room,
no!
Start barging through.
I barricade the door.
So I barge by everybody. Do I notice our stealthy friend?
you don't.
The door is closed.
Inside
Hello?
Inside, you find a strange symbol in the middle of the room, 2 tombstones, and 1 strange metallic box. As one of your companions enters or tries to enter the door, you barricade it with your body.
Just like knocking up.
You
Sigvald, what is wrong?
hear an echo
I hear an echo.
as the door knocks.
Byrod, I am on the loo. Could you wait for a minute?
You are lying. There is no toilet this close to door. Door is not locked.
You
You're
didn't
pushing
how
on it.
the fucking makers of this school are.
Baroth, you see no lock or indication of a former lock being at the doors anywhere near it. So if this is the bathroom, this is a terrible bathroom.
I think perhaps you are lying. Why is this?
Sure, come in. Well, so I'm gonna wait until the next time he's gonna push on the door and just open the door so he falls in.
Pyroth
I'm
would probably
gonna-
fall for that.
I'm gonna go that way too, because I'm curious and bored
Wait.
over there.
I'll roll a dex save to see if I fall on my butt.
Sure.
Okay, as soon as she leaves, I'm sneaking back into the room.
Alright. And I didn't see them or anything, right?
No.
Okay. I
I
turn the
might not
corner and see him fall.
I might not have. I rolled a dex save. It was good.
As you roll into the door, you just stand face to face with Zig. You're not sure if he actually used this room as a bathroom, but you're a little hesitant to ask.
If this is bathroom,
You see
You
Sigil
must have
flies open though.
Oh,
Oh my
just a
God.
question. Did you put the book down when you?
No,
No, you're still
I put
carrying.
it in my bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
Oh.
Mixie has the dagger,
Probably.
or
I
at least
wouldn't
should.
expect Nesmond to fucking take it.
Which dagger?
The dagger that was
The pride
formerly
one.
on the pedestal.
why
Was
is
that the one of
this?
pride?
No. You have the
No.
shard.
Oh, okay.
There was a +2 dagger on the table beforehand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't take that.
Why is this room secret to you? Why do you bar the door?
Because I wanted to take a nice and long look at it before I would let anybody else in. Because
This
I
is
don't
not-
trust you.
This is not how team works.
This is a place of death. You should respect it with not too many people in discussion.
That is a part of life.
I literally point towards the 2 tombstones.
All
I
right.
am
So-
a cleric. I am more equipped to handle life and the ritual of death than you are.
I don't
and we
think
are team.
Baroth is a whisperer. So you guys just hear
Nope.
this conversation.
Oh yeah, he's loud.
Loud.
Byroth has a stage voice.
Sure. You go. You can go and look at those two. I'll look at that metal box. Okay.
I can imagine.
I am also
Balrog-
good at metal. It is good that I am here, and I push past him into the room.
Balrog is the stealth master. You leave him alone.
Inside, you see 2 tombstones, similar to cemeteries, buried on top of the actual ground itself, and a metallic box, as well as another door.
Oh, there's another door.
Yes.
I am gonna investigate the metal box to see if it is trapped before Byroth can open it.
Byroth will go over to the 2 graves, and he will take out 2 copper pieces per grave and lay them about where he thinks the heads are, like over the eyes, sort of thing.
All
Say
right.
a small little prayer.
Can I?
Whereabouts was the rune that was still left behind?
Inside this room where you're currently at, Mixie, you see no rune, no extra attachment, nothing still glowing. Inside the other room, Balroth does see the rune inside the middle of the room glowing, but is too preoccupied with his own endeavors. While Zig seems to try to see what this metal box is, you see no actual opening structure to it. So whatever it's inside, they definitely wanted to keep it a secret. As Relta just sees a closed door.
So
I was gonna say, can I make a perception check to see? Well, because I want to try the door, I guess.
All right,
I
you
don't know.
turn the door, and it just goes ka-chuk. So you keep doing it, and it doesn't open. This one does have a locking mechanism.
Oh, okay. So that door is locked. So can I make a? I don't know. What would it be? Investigation or something to see what else is in the room?
Sure.
Is it investigation or perception? What is it?
Investigating as if you're trying to look through every nook and cranny. A general look at the room would be perception.
Okay. Investigation. There we go.
it's without advantage.
Oh, did I set my thing up wrong?
Sometimes it just does it if you don't do it.
I thought I changed that already, huh?
Investigating the room, you don't find anything else, but you do find some glowing rune in the middle of the room. For some reason, your entire team has decided to not pay any attention to it. Zig,
Everyone's got their back to it.
Zig's too
Do
worried.
I know?
Go ahead.
Do I know what the rune is or anything?
It seems symbolic to some spiritual religion thing, but you're not too sure on the religion. You can go ahead and roll. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's an actual roll, skill. You can go ahead and roll religion.
Religion. Okay. Got that over here. Where's religion? There it is. Ta.
inside you do see, and it pertains to spirituality. However, this one literally signifies a soul ensnared and entrapped within. You're not sure how long or for what purpose, but the portal or this symbol itself is a portal. Whatever is going on inside here, you can destroy it with a simple mending spell or the like. But this symbol itself in religion symbolizes peace, a balance within one's soul. But at the same time, this is currently ensnaring souls. Perhaps as guardians, or perhaps as something else.
Okay, so I know. Wait, I can. Man. So I know that there's a soul trapped inside it, and I know I can release it.
A soul or many souls, you're not sure.
Oh.
And this is a symbol of balance, but it is also trapping souls.
Do I sense any evil from it?
You sense both good and evil.
Okay. I'm gonna just tell those guys, hey, you guys, there's some souls in here. This is kind of weird.
I don't think Railtail would be a whisperer either, so everyone else just hears that too.
Just echoing down the
I'm a little
hallways.
cheery.
I just wish I knew silence.
Well, I can mend things.
It's like, there's something here, guys.
This is one of my many skills. If all it takes is simple mending, I can do this. No problem.
I didn't say any of that. I just said that there's souls there. I'm not going to tell you that we can release it yet, so...
Nesmond and
not
Mixie,
been to the point yet.
what are you two doing?
As you hear us talking
Nesmond's
about
double
bound
conversationing
souls.
right now.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, there's some souls in this little thing.
He's talking to Mixie in his head, and he's probably just talking to the intern that's forgotten his name. And just learning more about the intern's life.
I'm having a look at the dagger I picked up, like inspecting it and shit.
Looking at the dagger, you do find it to be of fine stature. It is a +2 dagger, but at the same time, you can clearly tell it has been well used. Itself does not pertain any magical properties, but you can tell it has been used for ritualistic magical properties on its own. You do see a bit of rust, but can easily be wiped away. It has been used extensively. You do you do smell a lot of iron coming from the very edge of the blade.
Iron or blood?
I'm raising an eyebrow over to the intern.
You don't see his hands bloody or the like, so he probably didn't get to that step. As that's going on, Nesmond and the intern are currently just talking about the intern's rich dad, how the other kids aren't treating him well, and basically he's the... Well, let's put it this way. This area, this school has its own class abilities, wizards, druids, anything that can cast magic, everything is brought here, as magic is quite rare in any human. This intern, whose name you will likely never bother to ask, has that potential, but only has the potential of cantrips, nothing greater, nothing more, and he can barely do that. So Nesmond's currently just giving him a pep talk while you just observe a ritualistic dagger.
How does fucking the intern look?
16. Based off of the school's curriculum and the like, you know that it doesn't matter the age. If you're able to cast magic, they will accept you here so long as the headmaster accepts you. You know that his office resides at the very top of the tower you were told not to go into.
I'm just gonna start balancing the dagger on the tip of my finger and just entertaining myself while the others go search for shit, while Nesmond decides to go do something.
Nesmond, you decide to do something?
No, I'm still just getting to know this guy. Trying to figure everything out.
Fair enough.
A lot of internal discussions going on with himself right now.
Pyroth looked at the symbol and he continued to not know what the hell is going on.
You can tell
Check
it.
my phone.
Most of you can tell it's spiritualistic, a symbolism of peace and balance. That's about it.
So do I know that this guy, the guy that we're with, I know that he's been here before or no?
You
Uh,
mean Nesman? No.
if you mean Nesman, it's likely not possible, based on how he entered into the scene. But you don't know. You can ask.
Okay, because maybe they would know what that thing is. So
New
Well, they don't-
friends, we have met a whole new room.
I want to
Should we
ask the
perhaps
guy.
all talk together? I will ask this of you and then go.
But when Pyro leaves the door, I'm gonna close the door
Bah.
and try to
You're
barricade
outside.
it better this time.
So I'm gonna ask you, do you know what this symbol is and what we should do with it? Because I know there's a way to release them. I just don't know if we should.
The only thing I know about that symbol, it means balance. I do not know what the spirits within will do. That probably
says-
means you're at the other side of the door. You only hear half.
I was going to say, he says bumping against the door, like your back is against it.
Yep.
It's like bump.
So I think we probably should just leave it alone,
Okay.
because there may be a reason why certain things.
Are trapped in symbols.
Yes.
The
And now
meta-
I'm really curious what's behind the door that's locked.
You can pick it if you want to attempt it, but the metallic box is light enough, although it is heavy, but light and small enough for someone with a strength score of 15 to carry it.
Don't say we
I-
can breaking fire out to carry the box.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like. Did you say box? I can't hear you. I want to look at the metal box.
Fire out, you hear in the back of your mind. I'll let you in if you promise to do two things. Not talk about the box, and leave the magic circle alone. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to let them out, so I didn't tell him.
Yeah, I looked at the magic circle and I was like, okay, give me the box. I agree.
And
But
then,
Yeah, sure. And yeah. So I'm gonna wait again until Byrod is gonna bump the door again, and then I'll open the door.
Alright, he bumps his head, but nothing else happens.
Ah.
and then what do I do to see if I can open this door?
Sleight of hand. You get like a bobby pin from your hair and begin to try to do this.
Oh no.
Fine.
You
And I
break.
guess the rest of our team hears this
Yeah,
motion. Let's see.
you break it inside the lock, and it takes someone with actual pickpocketing skills to probably pry it out and attempt it themselves. Which, according to the rest of your team, Sig and Byroth probably don't have those skills.
No.
I could kick door.
Yeah,
Can
we
I
could
try
kick
again
in the
later?
door.
Yeah, you just have to come back.
Okay.
However, based off how your team's working and your investigation slash thievery skills, it doesn't seem this group can
Rest of
advance.
team, maybe perhaps you join us. There are developments over here.
Yeah, I would like to investigate the gravestones now, though.
Oh,
'cause the
great.
bug
Go on.
having-
Oh well, don't cut my finger this time.
You're just entertaining the intern while Nesmond heads out. He just
Oh, okay, I'm
claps
just gonna...
and goes, "Hooray!"
Still don't even know Mixie exists.
I'm just gonna do a bow, and I'm gonna try and sneak up behind them.
Yeah, I'm literally raging at this point in Infernal. My sincere apologies.
Nesmond, as you enter towards the door, you do see Byroth with a large, it's about you size, metallic box in his hand.
Shaking it like a Christmas tree.
You do, in the corner, see Relta trying to unlock a door, but breaks a bobby pin inside.
How high of a sleight of hand do I have to roll to take the box out of his hand without him noticing?
Considering all my attention is focused on it,
On this
it's
box.
gonna have to be good.
My question still stands.
Do you have something of that size? If you do, it'd be less, but it'd still be pretty high.
To be fair,
How
how
big
big is
is it?
Byroth? How big is Byroth?
8 feet tall.
Fucking hell, I'm only
How-
3'2".
Yeah, can you even reach the box?
You
You'd
can
have to,
stand
like,
underneath
climb
it.
up- You'd have to climb up me.
Do not test my acrobatics, okay?
So the box is literally as big as you are, Zaya.
It would have to be. Yeah, you can grab the box, but switching it for something about 3'3", you would first have to find something of that size. So you pick up Nesmond,
Yep.
and roll sleight of hand 25.
Disadvantage or
Probably disadvantage, yeah.
Because you don't have the strength to lift up something your size.
You're not a freaking ant, Zaya.
oh.
That is
At that
still
point, you break.
exceptional.
At that point, you break stealth, and Byroth just freaks out as someone behind him just shows up, and then he sees Nesmond, and then he sees you.
I take it at this moment in time, Nesmond's being held up.
Yeah,
Nesmond's he's just dead waiting.
based on how it
How
looks.
are you?
Based on how it looks, Byroth just seems to think that this other halfling is helping their friend look around his shoulder.
As Nesmond dead weights, Mixie's gonna struggle to lift and go, "How you? That fuck! Stop it!"
What the fuck is going on here?
So wait, so there's this
I
gnome.
can't hear you. I'm dead.
There's this gnome, like, or halfling, half on me, carrying another character, trying to swap it out for this, like, steel coffin that I'm holding in my hand.
What's your base intelligence?
It's not the worst. It's not good. It's 11.
That's the
No.
exact same as mine.
It just
It-
looks like
it's
she's
good
trying
enough
to
to ask.
get Nesmond over your shoulder to look in the room.
So I know so she's like pushing Nesmond up on my shoulder.
Yeah, at least at this point.
Weren't you
Okay,
walking out of
so-
the room?
I think at this
You're gonna
point,
get a point blank face wave. Hi.
Byroth would be like,
Why it's so
"Ah,
different from up here?
this is a good strategy, little ones. You must not see very much from the low down. Yes, this makes perfect sense to me. I think this is totally normal. Should be
Yeah, that's-
standard policy.
That's totally what I meant to do. Fuck.
Wait a minute. You did not mean to do this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Inside check this.
Yeah, you can if
Like-
you want.
I mean, you rolled the deception. I'm gonna have to shrug you off. That's bad.
The intern, trying to smooth things over, goes, do you guys need help? It looks like your friend there broke the door, and you seem to be carrying a Pandora's box.
Uh-oh.
Let me at this box, please.
I still haven't even looked at it. I've just been shaking it like a Christmas present. So,
I've opened one of these types before. Very fun.
Wait, no, don't let him open it. God damn it, I'm just jumping up and down trying to get it packed up.
well, now I'm holding it up in the air.
No,
It's probably like 12
Can-
feet in the air.
Can Nesmond be like in all the cartoons and just start spider climbing around Bayroth's arms?
I mean, you can, but you won't be able to move it.
Sigvald is gonna join in on this party and gonna try and pick Nesmond off Bayroth. this point.
Alright.
I'm getting angry. I will cast devastating spell if you do not calm down.
I'm just gonna move this along.
Uh,
After some time and after some convincing, Nesmond is still interested in the box, but you guys decide to deal with this inside Section 9. Ralta is currently taking out the pick she accidentally broke inside, and Mixie has decided to just let things go.
Okay,
Did
so
we
I
ever
get
break
the
into this room?
pick out, and then so there's like a bunch of other people behind me now out of nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sliding into the room at this point because I'm just curious and bored.
Can you open this door? I just look at you and ask you after I get the pick out.
You see a strange
You
glowing
look
mark
sleepy.
in the middle of the room, 2 tombstones, and then a door.
Huh. Yeah, sure. I just
Well, then
walk over and get my thieves' tools
Move
out.
away from it. Yes. Yay! I tried, but I just failed miserably.
With Relta's help, you do get advantage.
Yay!
You get told what not to do.
Don't put a bobby pin in there and break it in half.
Yeah.
It didn't work so well.
She says to the clearly very proficient.
Yeah, I know she brings out a whole kit.
Mixie and Relta, and in the corner of your eye, Sig, you see a strange metallic box with a combination lock structure, 3 pieces of paper on the desk, a red glowing stone inside of a glass container, and a brown satchel.
Alright, this is interesting. Byroth will kick on his innate magic detection, or his detect magic from his racial feat.
you're still carrying that box, my friend.
Yeah, so I can still detect magic.
It just
I'm a big boy.
Immediately, I'm picking up the brown satchel and searching for money.
Inside-
What else
anything
was in here?
valuable.
3 pieces of paper on a desk, a
I want to check
red
out the paper.
glowing stone inside of a glass jar, no
Oh, wait,
longer
not the
a
stone.
brown satchel, and a metallic box with a combination lock structure.
Okay, this.
Redstone.
Okay, then I'll check out the paper on the desk. I don't know where the desk is.
How valuable is that stone looking?
Whoa. Is any of this magical?
Byroth, you can tell that the stone has cast upon it a permanent spell of light. Mixie, roughly 300 gold.
Oh,
Also, I
in
would
the
like to see if
satchel?
I saw that Mixie, sneaky little one, try to sneak a whole person on me.
Wait. What was worth 300 gold, or was it 300 gold in the satchel?
Oh,
300 on the set.
no. The value price of the stone, 300 gold, with a permanent light spell upon it. Inside the satchel, do you open it?
Yep.
Inside the satchel is something horrific, something strange, something monstrous you thought you'd never see again. It's a little furry doll. Its structure seems to be that of similar to a bunny, but its arms and legs are shorter and its ears are a lot more rounder. It is super adorable and it just freaks you out that it's inside of this dead chamber.
Hey, Nesmin, you want this? I just throw it over to him.
Aww.
Over Byrod and Nesmith's face.
I'm casting Mending on the rune in the middle, by the way.
You don't know that.
He
It's a
actually
giant
does.
rune in the middle.
Oh.
But I
well,
haven't said anything.
Yeah,
Now-
have to roll the
they
rune.
know because of all the
22
other
passive.
Right.
You know your business. Alright, okay, here we go.
As Nesmond looks at a glowing, strange ruin inside the middle of the room that's glowing, and everyone decides to not actually pay attention to it, he decides to cast Mending, as he has done before, to deconstruct the magical spells within the other ruins that Byroth thinks he broke.
I didn't think the other one. Yeah,
the
I
other
do
one.
think that. I'd like to grab that gem of light before it
I
all
was
goes
about
to
to
hell
say
if
sleight of
possible.
handing the gem.
Everyone sleight of hand to try to take the gem from everyone else.
Oh,
Nesmond,
jeez.
Okay.
you
okay,
break the
just saying.
spell inside
I
the
don't care
ruin,
about the gym.
and the two tombstones themselves seem to be moving, but at a certain glance, at a certain point, the
Oh,
two.
but I performed death rites on them.
Let me
Oh.
finish. You actually did good. The two metallic structures on the faces of these tombstones seem to vibrate in a structured tone. Then they dissipate. Luckily enough, one of your group, you think, might have performed last rites on two bodies that were meant to protect this area. One seems of a female form, young in stature, and the other seems of a masculine form, but still quite young, but probably the age of the intern. If you had to guess, you can roll religion, but this seems to be in the caretaking of two guardians.
Tell you right now, regardless of the religion that I roll, Byroth is
Regardless of what you know, Byroth, you can tell that you heard some shaking, some spiritualistic magic. You just feel like you did good.
That sounds like Byroth.
Do we have to re-roll because we both got a 17?
What's your dex, Mixie, and what's Sig's dex?
20.
Oh,
By the way, you went for the satchel and I went for the tank for the orb from the get-go.
Oh, I
Nah,
just
but
picked up the satchel and walked over.
Mixie's proficient.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Mixie grabs it, but Sig, you know where it is.
Of course, I just walked into a room and everything disappears before I get there.
No, you see
What
where
about
it goes.
the papers? I wanted to check out. Was there anything on those?
Do any of you speak Celestial?
Nope, I throw the papers back. These mean nothing to me.
The gem
Okay.
has disappeared. This room is disappointing now.
So I'll just, I'm gonna go back over here.
Okay, then I will pick up the papers and I will know this tomorrow.
So, are there any other effects from the seal being repaired?
It's no longer glowing. There's still a symbol there, but its spiritual magic is no longer there. Beyond this, you feel that this room is complete. Ironically enough, you did good. The only thing left remaining in secret are those 3 pieces of paper and that metallic box. Oh, and Mixie is a doll that she threw at Nesmond, which I'm not sure he kept.
And it's non-magical.
You think?
Did
Yeah,
Nesmond
well,
keep
I
it all?
have detect magic on for 30 minutes.
Oh, it's non-magical, but you do feel a spiritual binding.
Oh.
If he doesn't pick it up, I will.
Oh.
Okay, sure. Let's have a look at this vault too.
Do any of you have proficiency in sleight of hand?
Yep.
Nope.
If you don't have
Saw you.
proficiency, you would have to roll at disadvantage each time you try to break in.
No, I was gonna check it to find weak spots and all those kind of things. Maybe somewhere the code is written on the sodding thing. Hey, you never know.
It's metallic, but if you have a blowtorch, I suppose you can get into it.
Do I see them
Wait,
messing with the box?
No,
Blowtorch
I
is
have the box, don't I?
You
Oh,
have
the other
Has box.
you
But
have a
you have the metal
There's
box.
2 different boxes. There's
But-
the one you have, and there's one with a code lock inside the tiny room.
There's another box. I want to look.
this one's 5
Fire.
feet, 5 feet.
Yeah, Byroth, you're not lifting this.
I can heat metal.
For like a week, maybe you'll get an inch in.
In a week.
I think perhaps our small friend, whose name I do not know, who I just met today, but seems to be very good at the
Yeah, she helped me get in the room.
Huh? What am I supposed to do? Sorry.
So you
Open
can
the
open
box.
Sure. Okay. I
Okay,
get my
so-
tools out again and I pocket the gem.
By the way, little one, just so you know, taking everything is quite rude. You know.
Just so you know, I open the room
I'm,
and I
Make it-
start picking the box.
sure.
You see, it was odd when thing disappeared, but open this box.
There are
Also,
four.
just for context, I put that gem down my chest.
This gem of perpetual light.
Yep.
But
You can
So your
grab it if
chest
you
is
want.
just glowing.
Yeah.
All right.
But where's my mage hand? Oh, wrong character. Shit.
As you look at the box, it does indicate four structured tones. You press each button at a sequential. Bleh. You get like two numbers.
Hmm.
It's a padlock, so there's 9 numbers total, no 0, unfortunately. But you get 2 5.
No, I'm just gonna keep working on it until it opens.
Uh,
I'm gonna go
okay.
ask Nesmond if he kept the doll.
Depending on how quickly you left the room. If you left the room after figuring out those numbers, I won't be there.
Yeah, and like if he didn't pick it up, I did. But like when I came back into this room, hearing about the box, if it was still on the ground, Lyra snatched it.
Nesmond, do you leave it on the ground when it hit your face?
Oh, wait, he gave me the box.
No, the
No,
doll.
the doll.
The doll.
peg.
Oh, I was busy getting rid of the rune when the doll got thrown at me.
Okay.
So the doll's probably still on the floor.
Snatched it.
Damn.
I got
Natural
nothing.
one.
But yeah, Nesmond's currently going back to the entrance of this place to see if the guide's still out there.
Okay.
Without the big box, right?
The guide's still at the
Right.
very entrance of the doorway.
Hmm.
All right. Is you said this box is 5 by 3? Is that something that
5 by
Byroth
5.
could pick up?
No.
5 by 5. Yeah. No. All right. Even though he's technically a large character for what he can carry.
You're already carrying a 3 by 3 box.
All right.
It's also made out of metal. Nesmond, you wander the corner, and the spirit that guided you simply looks at you and states, have you completed the mission? And then, have you looked for my spirit insignia?
Do you know whereabouts it may be? We found some hidden rooms, but the only rooms in there have been dispersed.
I suppose it would be hidden. It's bound within an item I once held.
Is this item by any chance a small gem?
No, that was a light that my siblings held while they were preparing to be guardians of both light and shadow. I was simply in my own waiting room as I played with my toys and wrote scripts.
Was it a small little doll?
I don't know what it would be in the room. It could be...
Wait here one moment. I'll be right back. And Nesmond's gonna rush in to find the little doll.
Alright, Baroth currently has it underneath his armpit with a box in between that.
Okay, if Mixie's gonna put the locks anyways, I'm gonna open this casket.
Alright,
The whole safe situation has me angered. I want to bring it out, but we can't. Little one, please try again.
Excuse me. Could I please get that little doll?
What for? You didn't want it earlier?
No, but I need it now.
Yes,
It
but I
might
like
be
it.
the rune that's trapping the guide here.
So you think if I give you doll, ghost goes away?
Yes.
Yep.
Please, can I have it?
Can I insight to see if she's telling me the truth?
sure. Go ahead and roll more than a 1.
Roll a 1, please. That's not a 1, you fool.
You can tell he's telling the truth.
Toss the doll to him.
Well, thank you, thank you. And I'm rushing straight back out to the guide to show the guide.
As you near the door straight towards the guide, it glows with an ambient fire. A blue structured chromatic tone shifts within its very core. You do see a symbol, one of ritualistic magic. I believe you are correct in this. Will you destroy it?
Yes, I will. Thank you very much for helping us. And I wish you all the best. And I will cast Sacred Flame, basically, in my hand to destroy it.
As Sacred Flame envelops the doll, the very adorable and very creepy doll because it's in this room, you just hear one final squeak, and then it blows up in flame. No remnants left behind.
One final what, because all I heard was a beep.
Squeak!
A
A
squeak.
squeak.
You just killed a creature.
The symbol fades away as the guide no longer resides within your view. Mixie, go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw.
Hey.
Very nice.
As you open the door, you feel a rushing movement straight towards you. You turn around. No, you don't turn around. You take a step back as a mountain of gold just almost encapsulates you.
Immediately start trying to fucking scoop it up into a pouch.
Yeah, Baroth is doing the exact same thing. He's obsessed with metal.
Did I hear the gold flowing out?
I think everyone did.
I
think
put my
the
head
door
into the.
Baroth and Mixed here were like, shh, shut up, shut up,
Did you close the door behind you is the real
It-
question.
Can I barricade myself against?
if
No,
we
I'm
Yeah, I was
not
about
that
to
self.
Actually,
He's
if
8 foot tall.
Byroth,
No, he's not that selfish. He
Okay.
just
No.
he's scooping the gold.
and then something else, he walked in, closed the door. I opened the door and I walked out, and I didn't close it, so the door is open.
and I mean he can try to close it again, which would just be a strength competitive check between you two. But Byroth already stated that he wouldn't close the door.
Okay.
Honestly, that character, I think, look at all these gold!
And I walk into the room, I close the door,
So
and I
yeah.
say, Byroth, could you please take one step backwards? Now
Nope.
the door is barricaded. Sorry.
He's not moving. He's gold obsessed.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
not going to hint. No, at the end of the day, I do want to.
Sig, you did close the door, correct?
Yeah, I did close the door, yes.
As Mixie and Byroth and Sig are now currently collecting gold, Relta, the intern, and Nesmond all heard that.
Yeah, I said, look at all these gold.
As
Would Nesmond have heard it from the
No,
main door?
he's not quiet.
he's not.
Okay.
He's a loud bastard.
As you return back to the area,
Nesmond's gonna stay at the door for a while.
okay,
Dogma. So.
as you stay at the door, you do hear something. Well, not you, but Relta does hear something strange. But everyone else in the room does continue to hear clicks and clatters and clicks, as gold piece after gold piece continues to fall out. There seems to be
Okay.
no end.
I'm suspicious now.
Just
What do I
question.
hear?
I
Is your
poked my
detect
hand.
magic still up?
Oh yeah.
You detect a whole bunch of magic. You feel
Oh,
that
yeah,
this is
my detect magic.
Yeah.
as you, as you had detected magic before, and as Sig has rolled Arcana, you both get this. You know that this is illusionary script intertwined with a solidic form of illusion magic. It is real, but at the same time, it is quantitative into the point where it will continue to encapsulate you until it fills this room and maybe even more.
It's a trap.
I cast Dispel Magic
At this point in time?
on the chest.
No, I mean like right now.
If I know this, if I know that it's going to kill us all,
Okay.
like this magic is both. You said it's illusory and real,
Yes.
but it's so. As long as the chest exists, it will continue putting out gold.
Mhm.
But our gold will be considered real.
Yes.
Can we not just close the vault? Problem solved.
Yeah, I was okay. So then, yeah, if that's
No,
the scenario,
it is pouring out heavily in
Money's
the.
blocking it, isn't it?
Yes.
all right, then yeah, I'll dispel it.
All right. Just stopping the counter now. At this point, you have amassed 3,000 gold, almost encapsulating your entire form and body.
Wait, each or
I mean, if you stop it right now, it would be each. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, wait. Do I know that the gold that is created from this will still be real afterwards?
It didn't disappear.
Would I? I didn't. Okay, yeah, I already cast it.
Half the room is filled, and it'd take a strength check of 15 to open the door. Again.
Okay, that was a good time to save. Okay.
But Mixie's entire body is covered in gold. Nesmond's thigh, sorry, not Nesmond. Sig's thigh and Balrog's thigh are coated in gold as well.
Like my
is my
knee.
head
I'm 8
poking
feet
out
tall.
or my
I think
Your head's
I
poking
think
out.
if it yeah, it was,
Okay.
yeah, I was going to say if it was becoming to the point where she was drowning, Sigvald would lift her up so she would be okay. Drowning in gold may not be the best way to die.
You
That
don't
was one of
know
my
me.
3rd level spells.
Alright.
Also, yes, it would have been a good way to go.
As you
I'm a fucking rogue. It would be the best way to go.
Yeah, but still drowning in gold. Think about
least-
it. Gold getting shoved
It's
down
like your
When you
nose.
drown in it, you just be crushed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your nose. Next
Ten-
to your nose is just above coin level, and I'm like, I got scared. I thought.
10 minutes later, you
Honestly, I thought it would go away at the end. Otherwise, I would have let it go on longer.
Mixie's just laughing at Stark and just going, "Can we keep this? I want to
Sure.
keep this."
10
Sure,
minutes
we-
later, the door opens as you break it down,
And
letting
we have gold.
a slide of gold just mount into the next room.
I just slide along with it into the room.
I think I just can't buy my free down now. That
So
would be
we each have
it-
3,000. Then
In total, it would actually be 9,000 is how many coins were produced.
okay. So shall we just equally share it? Not Zaya taking 5,000 and the rest of us getting 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to say that we're greedy, but I think we should divide it.
I mean, like I was nearly drowning in it, so you know, I don't think I would have had the chance to take 5,000.
But you never know.
You did all the work opening the doors.
Just slide into the other room. She's got the biggest grin on her face.
We were going to die, but now we're rich.
Nesmond, as you continue to read your book, the intern comes by, gives you a pouch of money, and goes, they told me to give you this. And then walks back.
How much was in it?
According to Sig, 1,500 gold.
Okay.
Nixie, Nesmond, Sig, Billy.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
divided by 5.
Oh yeah, by 5. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I totally forgot. So let me recalculate because 1,800 gold.
Nice.
Oh,
Good.
Okay.
Now that I have enough to afford plate armor, it's a good thing I spent money enchanting armor.
Wait, how much money did I get? Any money from it?
Yep.
How much?
Before the intern walks away,
1800.
could I give him 100 of the gold?
Sure.
Yeah,
He-
then turning some.
he-
You said 18.
1,800.
mhm.
Thank you.
The intern just looks at you and goes, my dad is rich, but thank you.
Just Missive Hand. It's fine. Money's not important to me.
It's not important to me either.
Mixie just
And,
perks up at that point, going, "It should be important to you."
You
So
don't hear
wait,
me.
can we have your share then? Are you rich?
The intern's in the room with us, so.
He came out to give me the money. Before he went back to you guys, I said this to him.
Oh, okay.
We are in a different room.
We are in different room indeed. Yes.
He walks back
And-
in. From what you can tell, this room is now finished. Whatever the papers said, maybe you've already heeded their warning, or maybe you've already screwed up. It's tough to tell.
I'll find out tomorrow.
Wait, I'm not sure how magic works, but can you open that vault again to see if it still works?
The vault is still open, I believe.
It's still
No,
open.
No, you closed it.
We
Close
did?
No,
it.
I,
Oh,
no,
I-
we. I asked about closing it, and they said it was impossible, so I just dispelled it.
I mean,
But
Exactly.
now that
Oh,
all the
shit.
gold's cleared, you should
Yeah.
try to do it again.
alright, after the gold's
No.
clear, you can close it.
Okay, well, I dispel magic, so I don't think.
Shh, shh, shh.
Just close it by rot.
Alright, I close it and then open it.
Inside, mountains and mountains full of butterflies fly out.
Ooh.
You're not sure where they're coming from, but they seem to be endless.
No, this is just eat it. I close it again.
Alright, nothing happens. The butterflies are still there, roughly 300.
What
And then
kind
I
of
raise an eye.
butterflies?
I raise a little eyebrow, and I step behind the chest this time,
Behind the
and I open it again.
Okay. As you open it again, you already destroyed one. 4 ruins light up behind the chest. Now, randomized. Okay.
Uh-oh. I screwed up.
I'm getting out of this room, by the way, while he keeps doing that. We're looking through the door.
Kitchen cutlery begins to throw out one by one. A bucket, a ladle, a spoon. Do you
Is it
close it at any
silver?
time? It varies.
That's not interesting either, Byrot. Just close it. How are we gonna do this for the next 2 hours? Just opening and closing this vault to see what comes out?
Yes, platinum could come out.
Alright.
To be fair, now
One second. So some runes lit up.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were 4 last time.
Yes.
I open it up again.
4 ruins light up, and a almost structured like clock counts down through them. And beforehand, you see the bottom left light up. Now it's the top left, and sand begins to pour out.
And I close it.
All right.
If someone perhaps with better intelligence looks at this, there might be puzzle in another room.
Can I look at it?
can I
Sure.
look at it?
Can we all look at it?
All right.
Who has the best intelligence? Everybody assist them.
Just roll intelligence.
Any of you
Do
can
I-
roll
what do I-
intelligence or arcana. However, if you're a
Spellcaster?
a cleric, a wizard, or a sorcerer, you would have advantage.
I am
Oh.
cleric.
You have
No.
advantage. You have advantage.
I have no idea.
Okay. So I don't have advantage because I am a mystic. So that's a 26.
So
Do
what
I
was
know?
Arcana or 26?
It's either Arcana or Intelligence.
Can I
whatever is
roll an
better for you.
Arcana check just for shits and giggles to see what it
Sure.
would have been?
Oh.
That's
It
what
would
I'm
be with your
God
plus.
damn
so-
it.
So that would be literally the same.
With advantage, it's 12.
So
All of you look at
So-
it, and Mixie, after they talk about it, yeah, that sounds like something Desmond would say. Inside seem to be bounded scripts of magic, each one pertaining to a summoning spell. Based on how there used to be 5 insignia marks, one was shattered. It seems to summon things not of random, but of variety. Based on how you're closing and opening it, one summons cutlery, one summons sand, one summons nature. You're not sure about the other two.
One
Sig,
summons
you can
gold.
tell. The one that's probably broken summon gold.
Ah, the broken
Another
one.
one summons
Classic.
water. And the last one, well, you're not sure about the last one. It seems to be not of a magic script you know, unless you know the language, which really isn't a language, known as, it's not Undercommon, it's the other one. Let me look at my notes.
Deep
Abyssal?
speak.
Abyssal.
Deep speak?
Deep Speak, thank you.
Abyssal.
Deep Speak.
Oh, deep speak.
It's
Dang,
not so much a
it was
ruin
abyssal.
as is
No.
a feeling.
Darn, I know Undercommon, but no Deep speak.
And nobody has a bag of holding or anything.
Nope.
This is very interesting artifact that we seem not to be equipped to deal with. Maybe we should just tell the R&D apartment.
Are there still butterflies in the room?
Yeah.
There's roughly 100. The other ones
Uh,
left the room and are currently exploring.
Cool, I'm just gonna go
Nesmin,
follow the butterflies around.
alright, as you follow the butterflies, you see Nesmin currently reading his book, covered with a couple of them.
Oh.
I was about to say, I'm sat down on the floor. I've already just landed on me because I'm just watching intensely at this fucking thing that created magic, gold.
4 more
I'm very
casts.
sorry that I broke the room to make skull. I
4
feel
more.
stupid now.
4 more
But
casts
also,
will break them.
you are going to drown.
Yeah, it would have killed you.
4 more casts dispel will break the final ruins.
I do not have enough magical energy to completely dispel this coffin.
If you want
Yes.
to take it with you, the intern can help, but 3 people will need to help carry the 5x5 box.
We could carry it out, bring it back to home base.
Well, can
But-
it even be fixed?
I think perhaps we want to destroy.
By the way,
Oh, I
don't
thought you
know.
wanted to fix it so you'd always have in gold.
No, there is a final room, which
Yes.
perhaps is most dangerous.
Oh. Well, didn't you say dispel magic runes
I
then?
actually never said anything of these about that final rune. Because, by the
Oh.
way, Dogmom, just one question.
Mhm.
Would my character believe that that thing will still work if it would leave this room? Because it's attached to those runes.
The ruins were shattered and broken. The ruins are on the actual box behind it itself.
Ah! I thought the runes were on the back wall. Okay.
No.
Okay, so
I
that
found
makes
them on the back of the box here. When I went behind.
I am miscommunication. Fine. So yeah, sure. I think we can get this out of here. Maybe we can get it fixed, but I don't think we should trust this box. As I think this one looks problematic, and he will point to the one that he does not understand.
You point both to the solid metallic box and then the box that gave you a lot of money.
What?
The
I
Pandora's
I don't
box.
understand either.
I am at the vault that.
Oh, okay.
Orma
You point at the
pulled out.
vault then.
Yeah, at the rune on the back of the vault that I could not understand.
And I assume no one else can.
Okay.
This is a dangerous thing.
Did
if we
somebody
can-
grab the papers that were in the angelic writing or whatever?
Sigvald pulled out the papers. You mean these ones?
Oh. Yeah.
I will tell you what's on them in the morning if you want to know.
Yeah, I'm a little bit curious.
I need to take a little nap to. No, not even that. I just need to focus my mind to read any language. So
Okay.
give me a while and I'll be able to read it for you.
So do you all head back? Or do you continue to wander the school? Do you check the head mage's tower? Do you take the box with you?
So we can actually take this box out of the room.
Yeah, I mean 3 people will have to carry it out, but yes.
Okay. Where would we even put this box, guys?
Back at the HQ at police headquarters.
Wait, can it even make anything valuable anymore?
It can make butterflies.
We don't
Okay,
know.
I'm
We have
standing
only
up and
seen the
leaving.
results of 3 runes. One I broke, is your skull. One was butterflies. One was kitchen supplies. Still valuable, by the way. And the fourth, we do not know.
We could always open up a shop that sells kitchen supplies.
Or maybe if we are lucky enough,
Mixie turns on her heel and she's just like, I like your thinking.
or maybe we could get lucky with opening the thing and cows will start flying out. Hey, you never know.
Oh, true.
So we have instant beef.
Alright, so we should take the box with us, I guess.
Sure, we'll take the box and we'll have an infinite food supply if we ever get lucky with opening the selling thing.
Right.
So it sounds like 3 of us get this thing up on our shoulders and return to police HQ with.
I mean, I'm just gonna say for clarity's sake, there's no fucking way I'm carrying that with the height of you
No.
two.
Yeah, no,
I
it's,
can
there's
help
this
them.
8-foot
I'm
guy
like-
in front, and then like 2 or 3 people in the back.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'm like 5'8".
And
Well,
like I'm carrying it like, you know, like below on like the lower back sort of a thing, and they're all putting it on their shoulders.
Yeah, you're all
Okay.
hunched over.
I would
Okay,
like to clarify that Nesmond is shorter than me by 2 inches. It used to be 1
1
inch, but I grew.
Oh yeah, you did.
Aww.
I grew the other fucking session and
I
Mixie's been
remember now.
bragging about.
Yeah. So Dogma, so we have 2 boxes, a 3x3 and a 5x3, right?
5 by 5, 3 by 3.
Okay, so we'll put the 3x3 on the 5x5 so everybody can help carrying.
There we go.
If you guys want, I think we should take this back to HQ really quickly,
Yeah,
and then
great.
let's check out the Wizard Tower.
I remember that boss man told us not to go because that's the
See if he
place.
changes his mind after we come back with no ghost in 2 bucks. Who knows?
Well, I can always ask, but I'm not anticipating it will be interesting. Cough, cough.
What is your plan then? I say on the way that we're carrying these boxes back
And-
to HQ.
Is Nesmond still just sitting over here reading?
After we walk
I mean,
past.
After you guys leave, he realizes everyone left.
Can our 2 little like
Be stopping Mixie.
can
to ask
Nesmond
to
and
look at the
Mixie, our 2 tiny members who cannot possibly carry these things, be like riding it?
I was about to
No.
say, there's no fucking way I'm carrying that.
Because their weight is like negligible compared to these steel boxes we're carrying.
You're forgetting though that they're also carrying over 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
No, my friend. We total are carrying that much.
No, I'm saying Zaya is the piggy bank of the party. She weighs a metric ton and a half.
Oh, I took my cut.
Excuse me, I'm only carrying like 1,866 gold.
And Rex
Yeah.
lied to me.
That is roughly half of what I am carrying.
Because you
Okay,
fuckers
no.
wanted to share.
You fuckers
It's
wanted to
right. And I swear, I look at her over my shoulder on this coffin that I'm carrying. Like, you stay away from my metal. You're sneaky fuckers.
I would never do such a thing.
It is like your whole thing. I can tell already.
As you
I
want.
would
Yeah.
never do
19.
such a
Dogma.
thing.
Before the party leaves, Nesmond will be taking Mixie to the side so we can look at the gem.
Oh, okay. Half the party seems to leave. The halflings can't exactly help, so.
I was about to say Mixie would be like slowly lagging behind to try and like lose them a little bit.
You
Yeah,
don't
makes-
want to ride our gold or our iron coffin?
Last
Alright.
time I tried to ride something like that, I had someone on my shoulders.
Actually, last time you tried to do that was when you tried to jump your buddy onto my shoulder.
That is true.
It's still dark outside, right?
It is still dark.
I cast darkness on the box.
Okay.
Did you just cast darkness on the box? Is that what you said?
Yep.
No! Great,
I
we're
just-
all holding this goddamn box and you cast darkness on it?
You hold the box and you lead the way. Everyone kind of bumps in and out from time to time.
And we're still just gonna, I'm just gonna keep walking and like, okay guys,
This is
Thanks
making me
again.
uncomfortable. Why did you do this?
I just yell at him, do you not want anybody to know we're carrying this stupid box?
You'd just be a dark orb. You'd be more noticeable.
Can
We're
Byron
full of
see?
magic.
We're dark
But why?
Orpnus walking through darkness. Who cares?
Anyways,
I think perhaps you should
Why?
dispel this. It is much more noticeable.
as you
I
continue
don't
on,
know what you're talking about.
Nesbin and Mixie, what are you two doing?
I'm pulling the stone out of my cleavage and I'm just holding up to Nesmin, just grinning. Here you go.
Well, in magical
you.
darkness, it wouldn't do anything.
I'm just,
That stone might.
for my own sake of mind,
They're not
going
in the
to Arcana check it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 15.
You can tell it's magical. You can tell it has a property of light, but you can tell that there's something else inside. You're not sure what exactly, but you can tell that it's something more than it's leading on to be. But with a 15, you can't tell exactly what it is.
Can I try and do it for shits and giggles?
Sure.
This is why I said don't touch my metal.
You can tell it casts the spell light. Maybe something more based on how Nesbin's looking at it. But that's about it. And go ahead.
I would have lost my shit if I got a natural 20, not gonna lie.
You round back with the rest of the team. Ultimately enough, you do
Right.
make your way towards the entrance. As you make your way towards the entrance, half of you don't see this, but currently, actually none of you see this except for Sig.
Alice and Millie, god damn it.
You see
Byron
Alice and
said he
Millie.
was in front.
You see two people, young in stature, maybe 12, maybe 14. You're not exactly sure, but currently, arrows of light descend upon these three black oozes in front of them, and then more arrows of light. Each of these two girls begin to shout and cast. Actually, at this point, you all could hear this. Alice Thinkos, Millie, continue to cast Magic Missile. Keep doing it over and over. They both nod in agreement. The entire field is berated with numerous amounts of magic missiles just decaying away these three black orbs. As Sig looks around, he sees even more and more orbs, slowly but surely being decayed away. After a while, you manage to... Well, darkness wears off, and then everyone doesn't see what actually happened.
Oh.
Nobody saw except for me. So, yeah, Sigvald is gonna drop the box and just start walking towards those two.
Why do you always blind
Drop
us?
it
What
when
is
we're-
happening?
Did
No,
I heard
wait, you
combat.
just
Did
darkened
darkness
us and
drop
then
down?
It's been more than 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. The second he starts walking to them, Nesmin's gonna block his path facing him and just not let him walk towards the children.
Alright.
So,
You all know
just
that
left me, Barath, carrying this heavy ass box.
the intern
Yep.
takes the hold afterwards.
Thank you. Thank you, intern. I like this intern.
You all know that Alice is the daughter of the man that hired you. Millie, you're not exactly sure her affiliation. But both of them wear the crest of Section 9.
Okay, I'm gonna bypass Nasmin, and I'm just gonna literally step over him and gonna run to those two. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine. We just saw some stragglers, so we had to take care of it. Did you guys, free everyone?
I believe so.
I peek over and I'm just like, didn't I tell you to go back?
They see Mixie and both bolt out.
I am still holding them at this point because I was hugging them.
Oh,
I'm turning towards Mexi. Why
s-
did you bring them here in the first place?
strength
I
saving
did
throw.
not do such a thing. Don't you dare accuse
Claire.
Say, go ahead and roll strength saving
Struggling
throw.
with this,
What?
iron fucking thing.
They're trying to escape.
I am. Oh,
It's trying saving throw or athletics.
Athletics, it's up to you.
It's literally this. Literally the same. It's a 14 though.
Yeah, that's too weak for Millie. Millie just bolts out, allowing Alice to also bolt out. They have shit-eating grins as Mixie looks at them and begin to run away.
Where's my old person?
You remember them both being there when you got the mission assignment? You're not sure if they led them here, but it's possible they overheard you guys talking about ghost hunting and wanted to join along.
Okay. Where's my bullshit? Okay. Sure.
But after a while, you managed to make it back to Section 9
With the 2 boxes.
with the 2 boxes. Just gonna remove half the group,
Yoink.
and then they just pop back out of nowhere.
But I would ask the guy that took over for me carrying. What were you doing down there, and who?
I'm helping with the box. You let it go.
Before that, before we get into the room,
What was the intern's name, by the way? Because I assume Nesmin would have asked.
It's Mark.
It's
Mark.
Mark.
Oh,
I
I'm
like
just
the
gonna-
intern.
I'm gonna keep calling him intern.
I want to call him Innie.
here, Mark, come with me for a moment, please. And I'm gonna lead him over to.
Alright.
I'm just gonna give Ramon a bit of a sort of small situation report, and this guy might be a valuable asset for Section 9 for research.
Huh.
But in return, if we could try and help him with training his magic.
We can of course do so. Oh wait, sorry. Wrong person. That was supposed to be Claire. Claire looks at you and goes, "We can of course do so, so long as it's his own desire." The intern, because no one wants to call him Mark, nods. Then
Mark.
Ramon states, very well. We'll have you instituted by tomorrow morning. However, it is rather late, roughly 4 a.m., so you might want to get some actual sleep. Oh, I'm not sure where your other 2 companions went, but, their sword that they kind of left here disappeared. Just letting you know.
there's no bearing on me.
Do I hear this?
You'll hear this.
Okay.
What
I'm
was
like,
that,
I don't
sorry?
know. Like a sword disappeared?
Our blind friend who we left in your charge, he misplaced something.
Oh no, they're
No,
still
no.
over there. A sword that
Oh, okay.
2 of their party members left disappeared while I was trying to
Oh, that's
put it into
The
the
bastard
system.
sword.
Okay. Putting in my notes memo to never borrow anything to. The intern is in the way. I keep forgetting names.
Also, I'm looking around to see if Alex is anywhere, like
N-
sneaking around.
You don't see her. It's possible she decided to actually go home.
So the sword that disappeared, did I know the name of it?
No.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was a nice sword, but it's not some legendary sword.
Okay.
Whilst
Probably
I'm
was-
with Ramon, in Ramon's head, I am going to ask him if I can requisition one of the storage box we got Millie in.
Sure, it will take some time. Give me 8 hours? That should be enough for you to rest and me to complete the box.
Also,
I'll give him a thank you and I'll sort of
It will,
make my way. I'll wish everyone a good night and sort of leave.
as
I'm
you
going
begin to leave,
after
he's
him.
just saying, it will run you 200 gold. And he's gone already.
I'm following after him.
Sigfold is now gonna
Did
walk
we
up.
ever even learn?
You don't even know my name.
Nope, nobody asked.
I've just
Aw.
been walking around.
Thanks for helping me unlock the door. Bye.
Okay, goodbye, small.
Clearer than states.
Climb him anytime now.
Yes. Other than the two you've met, I'm sure you've been well acquainted and know their names. What of the other two?
What other two? And yeah, we know Nasman, but the other one still hadn't introduced.
Oh, I see.
She was too busy hiding from us because apparently we scare her. She is out of the room.
She is.
He's a no.
You know
As
what?
relay a dogma,
He left
that message is
himself
to
back.
the intern.
Where's my I will look around before I say that. I don't know.
It could be anywhere.
The intern out of nowhere begins to walk away.
Oh, my intern.
Still have no idea what is common around here.
That's fair enough. Ramon, would you like to give the general mission statement? Sure. Here at Section 9, we are the last-ditch effort of anyone else. We get the jobs that no one else wants to do. While everyone else is adventuring, going through portals of mass destruction, trying to save galaxies, we are here as testers, those of new inclinations, new innovations, and new ways of viewing things, whether magical, technological, or a combination of both. Nothing is really normal around here. I mean, just though last week I adopted a child and now have 2 children to raise. And one of them is a biological weapon.
Well,
Yes, this could be complicated.
Yes, but that's life.
So you just let the random intern wander wherever?
I mean, he was vouched for by one of your party members.
and he's a student.
I mean, to be fair, I've only met them 3 days. I don't know who vouches for who. Literally, no.
Yeah, all these things are quite interesting and self-contradicting. By the way, what is with this big box? And he
Oh, yeah,
points
the
to the big
box.
old box behind remote.
Oh,
We
it's
have 2 boxes.
It's a different box, right? Oh yeah, and we also brought 2 more boxes, and he points to the boxes.
Should we just stack them on top of the big box?
Ramon explains that this used to house, technically one of his daughters.
Oh.
It is able to compress in size and the like, as well as house any magical structure within without being detected. It is a very good fortified, locked box.
So it's a strong box.
Yes.
Box of big.
Metal
Uh,
boxes.
He presses a few buttons and then it turns into a cage-like structure, so it does have various forms to it, but there's nothing inside. And then he recloses it back together.
That's interesting.
It can be, yes. Luckily enough, we don't really need it any. Oh, I suppose I could have just given Nesmond this one. Although it does belong to Section 3, so I'd rather not give them their property. But anyways,
But
yes, go on.
where me and my lady are from, we like to buy sometimes some intriguing items. And I was hoping you guys knew a place here in town that would help us finding such items.
Such as.
Some may be magical, others may be technological, if you get my drift.
Then I think this will work. Based off of your lady's papers and pedigree, we are able to have a conjoint structure in political matters at hand. That being said, we are coming up on a diplomatic mission soon. However,
Okay.
before that, you will be entering into a secure area in Section 5 where they're currently housing a very dangerous artifact they're going to be testing soon. So
Okay.
before we delve into your little adventures, we will need to provide bodyguard security for these scientists. However, it is close to morning, so Claire can show you the way to your living arrangements. Currently, we do have you housed in a bar, but we are currently making sway into trying to give you at least a house over you. You will have to share it, of course. We aren't made of money.
Of
So we all
course.
share house.
How many rooms is this? I am a rather large boy.
Yeah, and
Is
I
there a
don't.
yard?
We're still looking into it. It will take some time.
Okay, so you give us sleeping arrangements and also job. Okay.
Oh yeah, and apparently since we're working for you, what is health insurance?
The basic structure is, even if you don't take a job on the job listing board, as long as you're not assigned one, you can do what you'd like. Even if you don't take a job, after a week's time, you will get paid 10 gold a week. Beyond that, you will have allotted to you one health potion a week as well. You will also have insurance and dental, but after 6 months of working here. Beyond that, we also have a retirement plan and the like.
He's very good.
Oh,
It can be, but
okay.
it's very dangerous here, so I'd advise caution.
What is the required age for the retirement?
It depends on everyone's abilities and the like. For humans, it's roughly 80. For elves, it's roughly 700, I believe.
Comrade, what do you care? You will die in the line of duty long before this anyway.
Because
Embrace
I'm not.
life. Do not worry about death. Embrace life.
Because I don't anticipate dying pretty darn soon. Because
So fire you.
sorry,
So why bother?
Take-
Don't think about it.
He wants
Let's
to
go on
retire
adventure.
while he's still young.
I still want to retire while I'm still young, working the system and things. So sure. If you find a place where I could procure the items I am looking for, I would like to.
We
The
do have
lady probably. Yes.
we do have an alchemist shop outside of town, but it's currently closed for the night.
Ah, okay. Is it run by those two people that we would have?
No, that's closer to the Great Forest, which is north of this town. It's another city that your group would know as a safe zone.
Yeah.
1 of 7.
Yeah. By the way, Ramon, have you ever heard of a magical item called a bag of?
A bag of holding. I believe I've heard of some rumor about that. The alchemist could probably help you out.
Okay, and I will go there in the morning. Hey, thank you very much, lady. I think it's time for your beauty sleep.
They simply nod, and you all follow Claire to the bar you're all staying at, I assume?
Sure.
Yep.
Alright. Nesmond and Mixie have already been there for quite some time. They're currently just talking about things, life in general. And then you all just enter inside. It is still relatively lively, but not that lively.
Uh,
I mean, it doesn't have to be a cutscene. I'm just gonna say you all enter inside, take a room each, or take a conjoining room.
the lady would take a room, and I would literally be sitting right in front of the door the entire.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't sleep anyway, so I'm a narcoleptic. My character is a narcoleptic. He doesn't look like.
So one by one, each of you delve into your own realms of sleep. One way or another, you find some rest. What waits in front of you? It's very hard to tell. While some of you try to pick up a new trait here and there, others of you have decided to work with people that are very interesting. One thing is certain, if your team doesn't learn how to cooperate with one another, things can get dangerous very, very fast. And two children with incredible powers will likely not be able to bail you out next time, as we end the session for tonight.
Thank you.
Wink, wink.